Welcome to Puppetized Children's Church. Chitter, chitter, chitter. Oh, Chitter, do you get to be an angel today? Chitter, 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 chitter. Do not be afraid. Actually, you do get to say that to some people. But then some other people you don't say it to, you just scare them. You do. They kind of need it to be scared. Angels are kind of scary sometimes. They are. Chitter, chitter. But at least today we have a happy story. Chitter, 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 chitter. Are you guys ready to have a happy story finally?
Work.
Yeah. Probably about time. All right, Porky, what's our memory verse today?
Porky. Jesus is not here, he has risen. Luke 24:12.
All right, let's say that together. Jesus is not here, he has risen. Luke 24:12.
Gong.
Do the puppets, do the animals want to say it together too? Chitter, chitter.
Gong.
Okay. All right, animals' turn.
Chitter, 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 has risen.
Chitter,
Luke 24:12.
And who gets to say the memory verse? Chitter! Oh, you're right. The angel gets to say that. Jesus is not here. He has risen. Do you know who he says it to? Chitter, chitter, chitter. Okay.
Gong.
Oh, you know who he says it to?
Gong.
Who do you think he says it to?
Jesus.
No. Sorry, Garrett. It's about Jesus. He'll say it to somebody else. We'll find out in the story, okay? All right, let's do our song. Anybody have a song to sing? Do you have a song today, Garrett?
Gong, 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 gong.
Oh, Jesus loves the little children. That's a really good story. I think that was a little bit too low though, Garrett. Let me see if I can't pitch it up a little bit higher.
Gong.
Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world. Red, brown, yellow, black, and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. Jesus died for all the children, all the children of the world. Red, brown, yellow, black, and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus died for all the children of the world. Jesus lives for all the children, all the children of the world. Red, brown, yellow, black, and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus lives for all the children of the world. Chitter, chitter, chitter. I skipped a verse. I skipped the verse about today. Jesus runs for all the children, all the children of the world. Red, brown, yellow, black, and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus rose for all the children of the world. All right. So we ended our story last week. It was very sad. Jesus was had died, and He was buried in a tomb, which would have been a cave. They had rolled a big stone in front of it to protect Him. But then the priests had sent some soldiers there to make sure that nobody stole that body. So there were some guards there. Hello, guard. All right. Well, Jesus died on Friday. And then on Saturday, everybody needed to stay home and worship God because it was a very special holiday for God. And so now we're on Sunday morning, which is the third day. And it says in Matthew, there was a powerful earthquake. An angel of the Lord, chitter, yep, you can be the angel of the Lord, came down from heaven, and He went to the tomb, and He rolled back the stone, and He sat on it. And the guards were so afraid. Oh, it says His body shone like lightning and His clothes were as white as snow. Chitter! Yes, you were very scary. The guards were so afraid of Him that they shook and collapsed. And then when they recovered, they ran away, and we'll come back to them later to find out what happened to those guards. They ran away as soon as they could. Well, there were some women who went to the tomb. Mary Magdalene, there she is, she's Gwen. And then a bunch of other women. And they had bought spices to use on Jesus' body because they wanted to show respect for him. And that was a way to show respect for his body, was to put spices on there. Fancy, fancy spices like perfumes. So very early on Sunday morning, they were on their way to the tomb. And it was just after sunrise, and they asked each other, who is going to roll the stone away from the tomb? Chitter, chitter, chitter. No, they're not going to have to worry about that. But they don't know that. But when they got there, they saw the angel. And the angel said, chitter, chitter, chitter. Don't be afraid. Yep, that's what the angel said. The angel also said, chitter, 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 chitter. I know you're looking for Jesus who died, but here's our memory verse. Jesus is not here. He has risen. Just like he said he would. Chitter, 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 chitter. You can come see where he was. Now go quickly and tell his disciples. Tell them he has risen from the dead. Remember Jesus told you that he would rise. And then the women remembered Jesus' words. So they hurried away from the tomb. They were kind of scared, but they were also filled with joy. They ran to tell the disciples. Okay, now I said I would tell you what happened with the guards. So guard, you want to come back? We'll tell what happened with you. Yeah, what happened with you was the guards went to the priests and they said, an angel came and there was an earthquake and it was very scary. And the priest said, we don't like that story. So we're going to pay you money and you tell everybody that his disciples came and stole the body. Chitter, chitter, chitter. Those priests who were supposed to be good, they paid those guards to lie. And the guards agreed to do it. So some people believe that that was what would happen, that the disciples had just stolen the body. Yeah, the guards were not always very nice people. Okay. Sorry, guards. Okay. Yeah. All right, so the women came back from the tomb. So, yeah, bye-bye, guard. The women came back from the tomb, and they talked to the 11 disciples. Chitter, chitter. Right, because there's no Judas, so there's just 11. But the apostles were really not sure if they believed the women, because the women said they'd seen angels, and they were all excited, and the men were, they were not sure about that. But Peter and John, they started out, and they ran to the tomb, and John, he ran faster than Peter and he got there first. We think maybe he was younger. And he looked inside, but he didn't go in. But then Peter got there and he went right into that tomb and he saw the cloth lying there, the cloth that had been wrapped around Jesus when they buried him. And then John went inside too. And they believed that he wasn't there and that something amazing had happened, but they weren't sure what it was. They still did not understand that Jesus was alive again. So they went back to where they were staying. Now the disciples right now, they were pretty scared. So they were staying in a locked room. They were. Okay. But meanwhile, one of the women had stayed outside the tomb. Mary Magdalene had, and she was crying. And as she cried, she looked in the tomb and there were 2 angels in there. Chitter! Oh yeah, get back up there. Oh, Chitter, you lost there you go, your angel costume. Put it back on. Yeah, there were 2 angels in there. It said one of them was where Jesus' head had been, and one was where his feet had been. And they asked her, chitter, 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 why are you crying? Squawk, squawk, squawk! They've taken my Lord away, she said, and I don't know where they put him. Then she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she didn't realize it was Jesus. I think she was just crying so hard that she had tears in her eyes and couldn't see. We're not sure. But he asked her, woman, why are you crying? Who are you looking for? She thought maybe he was the gardener because the tomb was in a garden. And she said, squawk, squawk, squawk. Sir, did you take him away? Tell me where you put him and I'll go get him. And Jesus said, go, Mary. And Mary turns towards him and she cried out, Squawk! Teacher, my teacher. And he told her, he said, I'm here. I'm alive again. Don't you remember I said that?
Gong.
And he told her,
Gong, 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 gong.
go tell my disciples. So she did. Well, the disciples are in a locked room because, oh, okay, scoop, scoop. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sorry, Mary Magdalene, you're done with your part of the story. The disciples were in a locked room because they were kind of scared and they wanted to be safe and they didn't know what to think. And they were in this locked room and they were talking about all the things that happened when suddenly Jesus stood there.
Gong.
And he said,
Gong, 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 gong.
may you have peace. Chitter, chitter. That was kind of another way of saying, don't be scared. I'm on your side. They were surprised and terrified because they thought he was a ghost. Jesus said,
Gong, 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 gong.
said, it's really me. Look at me. Touch me and see me. A ghost doesn't have a body or bones, but I do. And then he showed them his hands and his feet, but they still didn't believe it. They were amazed and filled with joy. Good, they're not so scared now. So Jesus asked them,
Gong, 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 gong.
do you have anything here to eat? They gave him a piece of cooked fish, and he took it and ate it in front of him. Chitter, chitter. Yeah, because ghosts don't eat. So if he ate it, he wasn't a ghost, he had a body again. Then he talked to them about the scriptures. That'd be the things in the Old Testament. All the things that were written there. And he told them,
Gong, 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 gong.
this is what is written. The Messiah, chitter, chitter, that means Jesus, the King. The King will suffer, and he will rise from the dead on the third day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the third day. And his followers will preach in his name and tell everybody about him. They'll tell people to stop doing bad things and turn to God and be forgiven, and everybody will hear it. And Jesus also said,
Gong, 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 gong.
you have seen all of these things with your own eyes. And there were some more times too where Jesus appeared in rooms or he disappeared. He did all sorts of things after he risen from the dead. And he's going to spend 40 days talking with him until we have next week's story. So we finally got to have a happy story. Does anybody have any questions?
Oh, me.
Anna, do you have a question?
Yeah.
Oh, Anna, what's your question?
So Jesus could eat, but he could also walk through walls.
Yeah, he could with his new body. He could do all those things.
Yeah, so will I get a new body?
Would you like to have a new body that can still eat, but you can walk through walls, maybe even walk on water like Jesus could?
Yeah.
Because Jesus' new body could do some amazing things. Chitter, 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 chitter. Chitter thinks that Anna should ask Kevin that question, that would be a good question for him.
Yeah.
Is that a good idea, Anna?
Yeah.
Should Anna go ask Kevin the question?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we will go do that, and then we will come back to do our craft.
Oh, hey, Katie, how are you?
I'm fine.
Oh, good. Me too. I was just sitting here looking for frogs and contemplating the deep things of life.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up?
Well, I'm gonna be asking a question today.
Oh, you're asking a question. That means there are kids. Where are the kids? Oh, hi, kids. Hey, everybody. Oh, well, what's your question, Katie?
So, when we were reading the story, I realized that Jesus has a new body, and he can walk through walls, but he can still eat. I mean, well, I have a new body? That sounds cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a really interesting question, Katie. And it's really important, too, because it's important that we know a little bit about what's going to happen when Jesus comes again. So when Jesus comes again, everybody will be raised from the dead, and everybody who follows Jesus will get new bodies. Yeah. And there'll be bodies like his body when he was raised from the dead. The Apostle Paul says in the book of Philippians that we'll get bodies that are like Jesus' glorious body. His body was amazing. First of all, it couldn't die anymore, and our bodies won't be able to die anymore either. And then also, he could still eat, but he could also disappear and reappear somewhere else. We don't know how he did that. We don't understand how that works. But our bodies might be able to do that. We don't know for sure. The Bible also says we don't know exactly what we'll be like when Jesus comes again, but we know that we'll be like him because we'll see him the way he is. Yeah, and we know that just like our bodies won't die anymore, There won't be any pain, no more crying, no more being sad or afraid. And that's going to be really good because God will be entirely in charge and everybody will do what God wants and life will be just right. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. All right, Katie, you want to look for frogs with me?
Sure.
Okay. Well, let's look. They're down there someplace.
Hi. Hi, Nana. Today's craft is a flag. So, it looks like a flag and, help, help.
Well, it starts out looking like this, but then you color it, which, did you see? Anna did an excellent job with the coloring. Yes, excellent job with the coloring. And then you cut it out in the line. Each paper will have two, so you make two if you want. And we taped ours to a straw, but you could use a stick or whatever you want for your He Has Risen flag.
Bye. Bye. You can go away now. Bye.
Hey, what do you have on your, what do you have attached down there? Oh my goodness, you have legs. Wow, that's amazing. Where'd you get those?
I came with them.
Oh, you think I could get some from Walmart?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Well, they're really cool, and you have nice shoes there too. I still can't find my legs. I think they're around somewhere. They keep coming off. Yeah. If you see them, would you let me know?
Sure.
Thanks. Hey, give me 5. Or 4. I only have 4. Thanks.